Real IELTS speaking tests. IELTS preparation and sample answers. Part 2.
IELTS Speaking Part 2 is where you talk about a topic given to you on a task card. Here's how it works. The examiner gives you a card with a topic and questions. You have 1 minute to prepare. During the 1 minute, think about what you want to say and make brief notes. This helps you remember what to talk about. You talk for up to 2 minutes about the topic. Start by introducing it, then talk about each point on the card. Use examples or personal experiences to explain your ideas. Towards the end, summarize what you talked about to finish your speech. The examiner might ask you some more questions about the topic to see how well you can continue the conversation. Here are 7 tips for IELTS Speaking Part 2.
1. Understand the task. Read the task card carefully and make sure you understand what you are asked to talk about. Take note of the key points mentioned in the prompt.
2. Have a clear structure. Use your 1 minute preparation time wisely to plan your talk and make some notes. Get an idea quickly and structure your talk. For example, today I will talk about my favorite holiday destination. Firstly, I'll describe where it is. Then, I'll talk about why I like it. And finally, I'll share some memorable experiences.
3. Be direct. Get to the point quickly without unnecessary introductions. For example, my favorite holiday destination is Japan. I'll explain why I love it and share some experiences.
4. Use different tenses. Feel free to use various tenses like past, present, and future to convey different meanings. For example, last summer I visited Japan. While I was exploring Tokyo, I realized how vibrant the city is. I plan to visit again next year.
5. Use flexible templates. Employ short phrases that you can adapt to different topics. For example, I'd like to start by talking about.
6. Use cohesive devices. Use words or phrases that link your ideas together. For example, firstly, I'll talk about, then I'll discuss, and finally, I'll share.
7. Get into the flow. Don't overthink, just start speaking naturally. For example, so let me tell you about my trip to Japan. It was amazing. First, we visited Tokyo.
Below is a list of 6 potential topics you should be prepared for Part 2.
1. People. Describe a person you know.
2. Favorites, hobbies. Describe something you liked.
3. Events, activities. Describe a special event.
4. Places. Describe a place.
5. Objects. Describe an object.
6. Situations. Describe a time.
Below is a list of 6 potential topics you should be prepared for Part 2. 1. People. Describe a person you know. 2. Favorites, hobbies. Describe something you liked. 3. Events, activities. Describe a special event. 4. Places. Describe a place. 5. Objects. Describe an object. 6. Situations. Describe a time.
1. Describe a person you study, work with who is successful in his/her life. You should say who this person is, how you knew him, her, what makes him/her successful, and explain how you feel about studying or working with this person.
I would like to talk about my classmate, Sarah, who I believe is very successful in her life. Sarah and I met in grade 10 of high school for the gifted. We are both studying the same class and pursuing our education with a focus on biology. Sarah's success stems from her exceptional dedication and hard work. She consistently earns top grades in all her courses and actively participates in extracurricular activities related to her field of study. Additionally, she demonstrates strong leadership skills and is highly respected by both students and teachers. Studying with Sarah has been a motivating experience for me. Her relentless determination to excel pushes me to strive for my best as well. She is always willing to share her knowledge and help others understand difficult concepts, which has greatly contributed to our academic success as a group. In conclusion, I feel fortunate to have Sarah as a study partner. Her work ethic, intelligence, and willingness to help others make her a truly successful individual, and I am grateful for the opportunity to learn from her.
2. Describe an outdoor activity that you like doing. You should say what this activity is, when you do it, where you do it, and explain why you like it.
Today, I'm excited to talk about one of my favorite outdoor activities. The activity I'm referring to is cycling. I usually go cycling during the weekends or in the evenings after work. It's a great way to unwind and enjoy some fresh air after a busy day. I prefer cycling on scenic routes such as along riverbanks through parks or in the countryside. Cycling is not only enjoyable but also provides several benefits. Firstly, it's a fantastic form of exercise that helps me stay fit and healthy. Secondly, it allows me to explore new places and appreciate the beauty of nature. Additionally, cycling is environmentally friendly as it doesn't produce any pollution like cars do. In conclusion, I love cycling because it's not only a fun and relaxing activity, but also promotes physical fitness and environmental sustainability. Whether I'm cycling solo or with friends, the experience is always enjoyable and rejuvenating.
3. Describe an art and craft activity you did at school. You should say what it was, what you did for this activity, who you did it with, and explain how you felt about this activity.
Today, I'd like to share an art and craft activity I participated in during my school days. The activity involved making handmade greeting cards for a special occasion. For this project, our art teacher provided us with various art supplies such as colored paper, markers, stickers, and glitter. We were tasked with designing and creating unique greeting cards for a specific event, such as birthdays, holidays, or thank you notes. Each student was encouraged to unleash their creativity and come up with personalized designs. I remember feeling excited and enthusiastic about the project. It was a chance for me to express myself creatively and put my artistic skills in use. Working on the cards with my classmates was a collaborative and enjoyable experience. We shared ideas, helped each other with techniques, and laughed together as we crafted our designs. It was satisfying to see our ideas come to life on the cards, and I felt proud of the final products we created. In short, the art and craft activity of making greeting cards was a memorable and fulfilling experience for me. It allowed me to explore my creativity, bond with my classmates, and create something meaningful and personal. I enjoyed every moment of the process, from brainstorming ideas to putting the finishing touches on the cards. Overall, it was a valuable learning experience that I will always cherish.
4. Describe a quiet place where you would like to spend time. You should say where is it? Where is it? How do you know it? How often do you go there? What do you do there? And explain why you like the place.
Today, I want to talk about a quiet place where I enjoy spending time to relax and unwind. This peaceful place is a small park located near my home, nestled amidst tall trees and lush greenery. I discovered this serene park while taking a leisurely stroll one day. Its tranquil atmosphere immediately drew me in, and I have been visiting it regularly ever since. I often visit this quiet park whenever I feel overwhelmed or stressed. The soothing sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, coupled with the fresh air, help me clear my mind and find inner peace. I enjoy sitting on a bench, surrounded by nature, and simply taking in the beauty of my surroundings. Sometimes I bring along a book to read or my headphones to listen to calming music while I relax in this serene environment. In conclusion, I cherish this quiet park as it provides me with a much-needed escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Its tranquil ambience allows me to recharge and rejuvenate, making it a cherished retreat that I cannot imagine living without.
5. Describe a useful object at your home that you cannot live without. You should say what it is, what you can do with it, how often you use it, and explain why you cannot live without it.
Today, I'd like to talk about a useful object in my home that I simply cannot live without. This object is my smartphone, which I use every day for various purposes. With my smartphone, I can do a multitude of things. I use it to communicate with my friends and family through calls, texts, and social media. Additionally, I rely on it for organizing my schedule, setting reminders, and managing tasks with productivity apps. I also use it for entertainment purposes, such as streaming movies, listening to music, and playing games. Furthermore, I utilize it as a tool for learning and accessing information through educational apps and the internet. I use my smartphone extensively throughout the day, from the moment I wake up until I go to bed. It has become an integral part of my daily life, and I feel lost without it. In conclusion, my smartphone is an indispensable tool that enhances my productivity, connectivity, and entertainment. Its versatility and convenience make it a vital part of my life, and I cannot imagine living without it.
6. Describe a time when you had a problem with using the computer. You should say when it happened, where it happened, what the problem was, and explain how you solved the problem at last.
I'm going to talk about a time when I had trouble using the computer. It was quite frustrating, but I managed to solve the problem eventually. This happened about a year ago when I was working on a project for school. I was at home in my room, where I usually do my homework and use my computer. The problem was that my computer suddenly froze while I was in the middle of typing up my assignment. I couldn't move the cursor or do anything, and I started to panic because I hadn't saved my work. At first, I tried pressing different keys and clicking the mouse, but nothing worked. Then, I remembered reading online about a keyboard shortcut to force the computer to restart. I pressed the Ctrl, Alt, and Delete keys simultaneously, and fortunately, it worked. The computer rebooted, and I was able to save my document before anything happened. Overall, it was a stressful experience, but it taught me the importance of saving my work frequently. Now I make sure to save my documents regularly to avoid losing any important information in case something like this happens again.
7. Describe a person who enjoys cooking for others. You should say who this person is and how you know him/her, what she likes to cook, who she cooks for, and explain why she enjoys cooking.
I'd like to talk about my cousin Sarah, who has a passion for cooking and loves to share her culinary creations with others. Sarah and I have known each other since childhood. We grew up in the same neighborhood and have always been close friends. Sarah enjoys cooking a variety of dishes, but her specialty is baking. She loves to bake cakes, cookies, and pies, and she's known for her delicious desserts. Additionally, Sarah is skilled in preparing savory dishes like pasta, stir-fries, and grilled meats. Sarah finds joy in cooking for others because it allows her to express her creativity and show her love and care for the people around her. She enjoys the process of planning and preparing meals, as well as the satisfaction of seeing others enjoy her food. Cooking brings people together and creates cherished memories, and Sarah values the opportunity to contribute to those experiences. In conclusion, Sarah is a talented cook who finds fulfillment in sharing her culinary skills with others. Her passion for cooking shines through in every dish she prepares, and her generosity and warmth make every meal a special occasion for those fortunate enough to enjoy her cooking.
8. Describe an important journey that was delayed. You should say when it was, why it was important, how it was delayed, and how you felt about it.
Today I'll be talking about a journey that I had planned and how it got delayed unexpectedly. This journey took place last summer when I was traveling to attend my cousin's wedding in a neighboring city. It was an important event because I hadn't seen my extended family in a long time, and I was excited to be a part of the celebration. Unfortunately, the journey was delayed due to unexpected heavy rain and subsequent flooding in the area. The roads leading to the city were inundated, and many routes were impassable. I felt disappointed and frustrated by the delay, especially since I had been looking forward to the wedding for months. I was worried that I might miss the ceremony altogether and not be able to celebrate with my family. In conclusion, while the delay was beyond my control, it taught me the importance of being flexible and adaptable when things don't go as planned. Despite the setback, I eventually reached the wedding venue, albeit later than expected, and was able to join in the festivities.
9. Describe a new development in the area where you live, for example. Shopping mall, park. You should say what the development is, where you noticed it, how long it took to complete it, and explain how you feel about it.
Today, I'm going to talk about a new development in my neighborhood that has brought significant changes to the area. The new development is a shopping mall called Greenland Plaza. It is located just a few blocks away from my apartment, making it easily accessible for me and other residents in the area. I first noticed the construction of the shopping mall about a year ago when I saw workers breaking ground and laying the foundation. Over the next several months, I watched as the building gradually took shape, with workers adding floors, installing windows, and landscaping the surrounding area. It took approximately 2 years to complete the construction of Greenland Plaza. The process seemed quite lengthy, but considering the size and scale of the project, it was understandable. I feel excited about the new development in my neighborhood. However, I also have some concerns about the increased traffic and congestion that the shopping mall might bring to the area. I hope that local authorities will take measures to address these issues and ensure that the development benefits both residents and visitors alike. In conclusion, the opening of Greenland Plaza has brought about significant changes to my neighborhood. While I am excited about the new amenities and opportunities it brings, I also recognize the need for careful planning and management to address potential challenges such as traffic congestion.
10. Describe something you did or need to do quickly in a short time. You should say what it was, why you did it, how you did it, and explain how you feel about it.
Today I'm going to talk about a time when I had to complete a task quickly within a short period. The task I needed to do quickly was submitting a last-minute assignment for my English class. I had to do it because the deadline was approaching rapidly, and I hadn't started working on it until the last moment. To complete the assignment quickly, I gathered all the necessary information and materials, outlined the main points I wanted to cover, and started writing as fast as I could. I focused on the key aspects of the assignment and tried to convey my ideas concisely to meet the deadline. At first, I felt stressed and overwhelmed by the tight deadline, but as I started working on the assignment, I entered a state of intense concentration and focus. It was a challenging experience, but it also taught me the importance of staying calm under pressure and managing my time more effectively. In the end, I was able to submit the assignment on time, albeit with some sacrifices in terms of quality. In conclusion, completing the assignment quickly was a challenging task that tested my time management and prioritization skills. While I was able to meet the deadline, I also realized the importance of planning ahead and avoiding procrastination in future tasks. Overall, it was a valuable learning experience that helped me develop important skills for handling time-sensitive situations.
11. Describe a photo that makes you feel happy. You should say what the photo like, when and where you took this photo, how often you watch the photo, and explain why it makes you feel happy.
I'd like to talk about a photo that always brings a smile to my face. This photo is of me and my family at the beach. We took it during our vacation last summer. It captures a beautiful moment of us playing in the sand and enjoying the sunshine. We were all so carefree and happy in that moment. I keep this photo on my bedside table and often find myself looking at it whenever I need a pick-me-up. It reminds me of the wonderful time we had together as a family and fills me with joy. Overall, this photo holds a special place in my heart because it captures a moment of pure happiness and togetherness. It serves as a reminder of the importance of cherishing moments with loved ones and finding joy in the simple things in life.
12. Describe an interesting conversation you had with an old person. You should say who you had it with, where you had it, what the conversation was, and explain how you felt about this conversation.
I would like to share an interesting conversation I had with an elderly neighbor of mine. The conversation took place in the garden of our neighborhood park. We started talking about gardening, and I was surprised to learn that she had been an avid gardener for most of her life. She shared fascinating stories about her experiences with different plants and techniques she had learned over the years. I felt a sense of admiration and respect for her wisdom and knowledge. It was inspiring to hear about her passion for gardening and how it had enriched her life. Overall, the conversation left me with a newfound appreciation for the simple joys of gardening and the wisdom that comes with age. It was a memorable and enriching experience that I will always treasure.
3. Describe a job you would not like to do. You should say what the job is, how you know about this job, how easy or difficult the job is, and explain why you would not like to do this job.
Today I'll discuss a job that I wouldn't want to do. The job I'm referring to is working as a sewer cleaner. I became aware of this job through media reports and documentaries. Sewer cleaners are responsible for entering and cleaning sewage systems to ensure they function properly. This job is incredibly difficult and hazardous. Sewer cleaners often work in cramped and unsanitary conditions, exposed to toxic gases and waste. The work requires physical strength and endurance to navigate through narrow passages and lift heavy equipment. Additionally, the risk of contracting diseases or suffering accidents is high. Overall, I wouldn't want to do this job due to its extreme danger and unsanitary conditions. While I respect the vital role sewer cleaners play in maintaining public health, the risks and challenges associated with the job make it unsuitable for me.
14. Describe a party that you enjoyed. You should say when and where the party was held, what kind of party it was, what you did in the party, and explain why you enjoyed this party.
I'd like to talk about a party that I really enjoyed. The party took place last summer at a friend's house in the countryside. It was a birthday party celebrating my friend's 27th birthday. The party was held outdoors in their spacious backyard, which was decorated with colorful lights and streamers. There were about 30 guests, mostly friends and family members. During the party, we played various games which brought everyone together and created a lively atmosphere. We also enjoyed delicious food and drinks, including barbecue, salads, and homemade desserts. As the night progressed, we shared laughter and stories around a bonfire. I really enjoyed this party because it provided a perfect blend of fun activities, good food, and great company. The relaxed and festive ambience, coupled with the beautiful outdoor setting, made it a memorable and enjoyable experience for everyone involved.
15. Describe a lifelong goal you would like to achieve. You should say what the goal is, how long you have had this goal, how you will achieve it, and explain why you set this goal. Today, I'd like to discuss a long-term goal that I'm determined to achieve. The goal I aspire to accomplish is to run a marathon. I've held this goal for several years now, ever since I started running as a form of exercise. Running a marathon requires significant dedication, training, and endurance. To achieve this goal, I plan to gradually increase my running distance, follow a structured training program, and participate in shorter races to build up my stamina. Additionally, I will focus on maintaining a healthy lifestyle, including proper nutrition, hydration, and adequate rest to support my training. I set this goal because I believe it represents a significant personal challenge and an opportunity for growth. Running a marathon requires perseverance, mental toughness, and overcoming physical limitations. By pushing myself to achieve this feat, I aim to prove to myself that I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. Moreover, completing a marathon will instill a sense of accomplishment, boost my confidence, and inspire me to pursue other ambitious goals in life. In conclusion, running a marathon is a lifelong goal that I'm passionate about achieving. Through consistent training, determination, and a positive mindset, I am confident that I will cross the finish line and fulfill this dream. This goal represents more than just a physical feat. It symbolizes resilience, determination, and the pursuit of personal excellence.
16. Describe a time you received a terrible service. You should say when it was, where you went to, and how poor the service was, and say how you felt about that service.
I would like to talk about a time when I received poor service. It happened last month when I went to a local restaurant for dinner. The service was extremely poor. Firstly, it took a long time for the staff to take our order, and then the food took even longer to arrive. When it did, it was cold and not properly cooked. Additionally, the waiters were inattentive and seemed disinterested in serving us. In conclusion, receiving such terrible service made me reconsider visiting that restaurant in the future. It highlighted the importance of efficient and attentive customer service in ensuring a positive dining experience.
17. Describe a thing you bought and you are happy about. You should say explain why you bought it, why you selected this product, from where you purchased it, and explain why are you so happy about it.
Today, I'd like to talk about something I recently purchased that has brought me a lot of happiness. It's a motorbike. I bought the motorbike because I needed a more convenient way to commute to work and travel around the city. Public transportation was often crowded and unreliable, so I decided to invest in a motorbike for easier mobility. After doing some research and considering my needs and budget, I chose a specific model known for its fuel efficiency, durability, and safety features. It also had a sleek design that I found appealing. I purchased the motorbike from a reputable dealership in my area. Since then, it has made my daily commute much more enjoyable and convenient. I no longer have to worry about being late for work or dealing with crowded buses. Riding the motorbike gives me a sense of freedom and adventure, and it has become a source of joy and satisfaction in my life. I'm truly happy with my decision to buy it.
18. Describe a website you use regularly. You should say what type of website it is, how you found out about it, what it allows you to do, and why you find it useful.
I'd like to talk about a website that I use regularly and find quite helpful. This website is an online platform for learning languages, specifically English. I found out about this website through a friend who recommended it to me when I expressed an interest in improving my English skills. The website offers various interactive lessons, exercises, and quizzes that help users enhance their vocabulary, grammar, listening, and speaking skills. What I like most about this website is its flexibility. I can access it anytime, anywhere, as long as I have an internet connection. Additionally, the lessons are well structured and cater to different proficiency levels, allowing me to progress at my own pace. The interactive nature of the exercises keeps me engaged and motivated to continue learning. Overall, this website has been instrumental in helping me improve my English proficiency. It has become an essential tool in my language learning journey, and I highly recommend it to anyone looking to enhance their language skills in a convenient and effective way.